What's going on with Johnny Pow?
Hey guys, it's Johnny Powell, here to tell you what's going on. Hey pup. So, it's a beautiful late spring day here in South Carolina. It went pretty quickly from staying pretty cold to we're in that like week and a half of spring before the hellacious heat hits us. Columbia has got a nickname, being they call it famously hot, as a way to make light of the fact that it is Satan's armpit where I live. Anyway, so what's going on? I got a couple of things. First off, you can see I'm on the DR650. You know, I think I finally got this thing just about worked out. Although I gotta tell you what happened today. I haven't ridden this bike in just probably a couple of months, and I have kept it on the battery tender and everything, and actually I had a gallon of ethanol free gas in my roto packs, and I added it in here a while back to try to, you know, make sure it had stable gas. Anyway, I cranked it this morning and rode it to work. I've been mostly, well, the weather's been kind of bad, so not riding a lot to work, but I have been riding the Vespa and scootering to work a good bit. That Vespa is just so easy to jump on. That's sort of my go-to. So anyway, I cranked it up to go to work this morning, and it was very difficult to crank, very cold start natured. I got it cranked, let it warm up a minute, and then as I pulled out of my driveway, as soon as I came off throttle, it choked down and died. And it did that like 3 times. And what was weird is it was idling perfectly fine, but as soon as I came off throttle just a little bit, it was bogging down and running really rough. And it's never done that. I assumed that it was just, you know, maybe, I don't know, I thought it was some kind of carburation, air, fuel mixture, something like that. But I drove it to work, and it got a little bit better, but was still kind of present. So then at lunchtime, I went to run home for lunch, and I cranked the bike up, and it idled fine, and just around the curve from work, it sputtered out and died. And I tried to bump start it. Well, I don't know why I did that, but it died. So I pulled into a driveway, and it just wouldn't start. It was, you know, wouldn't fire. And I was like, I know I'm not out of gas, because I put that gallon of gas in, and I had almost not quite I'm gonna turn around here. I had not quite a half a tank, but it sure is acting like it's out of gas. So just for kicks, I flipped the petcock to reserve, and turned the choke on, cracked the throttle open, and held the starter down, and it went and came to life. So I'm like, oh, that is weird. So I rode it home on reserve, and when I got home I took the gas cap off and looked, and I had fuel to like here, somewhere in here, like a half tank. And I'm like, well, there's no way that I would need to be on reserve at that point. And so I didn't. Anyway, that's the mystery. So anyway, I went back to work, cranked it. I put it into on, the regular on position, and rode to work, and it rode fine, no problems. And it's running fine now. There's no sputtering. There's you know, it's fine off idle, and you know, I didn't do anything. The only thing I think is maybe, so I did have the petcock off, because with these aftermarket tanks, they're gravity fed, whereas the original DR was vacuum fed. So you have to, like, when you change to one of these tanks, you have to close off one of the vacuum lines. Anyway, so I'm wondering if when I turned it on that I didn't turn it all the way on, and maybe there was not enough fuel flow to fill the bowl, to keep enough fuel in the bowl, and that when I flipped it to reserve and back, I got it in the right place. I don't know. It's pretty weird. Anyway, so that's what happened today. But what else has been going on? Okay, so I got my little ram mount here. This is where I'm going to attempt once again to use that 360 camera. I haven't really put anything up, I don't think, at all with that camera, because it's a novelty I guess at this point. The footage looks a little too strange to my eyes. It's a little distorted looking, and it's also, the file sizes are massive, and it's a total pain to deal with these files, because you got to like load it into this converter program where you basically reframe all your shots with you mark keyframes, and it's a pain, and software is really buggy and it crashes all the time. Anyway, but you got to do all that, then you got to re-export those files out into like a flat file, you know, to use in your editor. So I've got, you know, I still got it. I'll probably try it out this weekend, and I'll probably take it on the Cannonball too. But yeah, so the Insta360 the 360, I think it's called an X3. I don't know, not sure I love it yet. And then I don't know if you saw the CT125 reunion video I did from a couple weekends ago. I also tried out the Insta360 Action Cam, and I really didn't love it either. I didn't think that the quality looked as good as my GoPro. And if you watch that video, at some point I switched from the Insta camera to the GoPro, and you can see the field of view is much wider with the GoPro, and I think the quality looks better. Even though I accidentally screwed up when I rendered that video and uploaded it, I think I can get a little bit better quality if I work on the bit rate of the files, and instead of just using the template default that's built into DaVinci Resolve. Anyway, so I've not posted any trials recently because I had to miss a couple of rounds. So I did rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rounds 5 and 6 were held in Alabama, and that's just too far of a drive for me. It was going to be a crazy long drive, and I planned all along to skip that one. There's also one in Virginia this summer that I may skip for the same reason, but then last weekend I was originally planning to go to the Trials Training Center in Sequatchie, Tennessee, near Chattanooga, for whatever rounds those were, 6, 7, and 8, and I might go back and check that road out, but I ended up having to work all weekend. Server disasters at work. Anyway, I think we got that taken care of though, and so this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and so for the past 2 years on Memorial Day weekend I've ridden the Smokey Mountain 500. I believe, oh, look at this. Avoid. Sour Avoid. Where does this road go, I wonder? Huh. Let me get my Gaia out. I don't think I can squeeze through there though. I'm just curious. It actually connects through. Interesting. Now I know my friends that are riding gravel bikes, they go through here for sure. Should I see if I can squeeze through? Yes, I should see if I can squeeze through. Is it possible? I don't want to roll over a nail. All right. So, I don't even have my boots on. Well, looks like my adventure's come to an end. Trees fallen. Wow. I guess maybe a wind blew it over? Okay. Back to my story. Anyway, I'm thinking about riding the Smokey Mountain 500. You know, when this bike was messing up this morning, I was like, well, I guess I can take the Honda again. So I thought about that, but it seems to be running better now, so maybe I will be able to take the DR. I'm going to find out tonight if I'm going solo, or if Stan's going to join me. And either way, I'm not riding up. I'm going to either haul my bike in the back of my pickup, or we'll get the trailer that we used last time. Anyway, hoping to do that as long as everything finishes up with work stuff. Hey, so GoPro turned off by itself for no apparent reason. Anyway, so where was that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to ride the Smoky Mountain 500 this weekend. Yeah. Let me show you guys my new helmet too. That's one other thing I've been working on. So it's the Schuberth modular. I forget the model of it. E something, I don't know, I'll look it up. But I've got
Angie and I have these new Cardos. And actually Stan has one too. We haven't installed his yet and paired them, and I've got the little Cardo mic there. And then this microphone is part of my new setup for GoPro. So this is like a replacement mic for a headset, gaming headset, I think. And you know, it's just a mono. Well, I'm sorry, it's a stereo TRS connector that goes into the GoPro, and then it's got a little, no cord, just a little mini gooseneck. And I just plug this right in the back of the Media Mod, and then curve this thing up under my helmet, and then I undo this little Velcro wind flap here under my chin, and it just sort of, this is hard to do with one hand, but it just sort of, you know, I'll take a picture of it with my phone and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so regular old GoPro 9 with the Media Mod, using this Ulanzi, I think is who makes it, quick release plate. And there's the little mic, goes in there, snakes around under, right up into that, right on my cheek. That's my favorite setup yet of any mic setup, because the little gripper claws that I had on my other one is cool, but it's right up against my lips. It gets a little annoying. This I have a little bit more room. Now I'm using the chin mount. Let me take this off. Picture that. So quick release comes off, and I'm using, this is the chin mounts. And this is the second time I've put this on. The first time I did it, the 3M adhesive tape stuff fell off, and the whole thing just fell off before I even used it. And I emailed the guy, and he sent me some more strips, and I did it again, following all the instructions, you know. Take a hair dryer and heat it up, and the alcohol cloth to clean it up. Anyway, so this is my first time trying it out. If this works well, this is what I'll use on the Cannonball. Although I'm actually not going to wear this adventure helmet on the Cannonball. I've got some videos coming up where I'm going to go over my bike, or my Vespa, and the all my gear. So I'm going to try to get those done in the next 2 weeks, because the guys are coming to get the scooter within 2 weeks, in approximately 2 weeks from now. So that's happening too. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna take off. Y'all have a good one, and see you soon.